Jay Crawford, Adam the Bull, Garrett Bush, Dustin Fox, Jason Lloyd, Tyvis Powell, plus, ba-da-da-da-da, you're loving him, Mikey McNuggets. And so many big names, it would take me hours to say all of their names. The ultimate Cleveland sports show starts now. Booyah!
Welcome to the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show right here in WKYC. I'm G. Bush. The Browns coming up with a third helmet. We'll talk about what I want to see and what you guys want to see in terms of a new shiny toy. Jason.
Cavs are at the All-Star break, and there's a lot of hardware to go around. They're the most surprising team in the league, and we're going to tell you all about their midseason awards. Who deserves what? Dustin.
Hey, guys. Happy Valentine's Day. There's my camera right there. The NFL Power Rankings are out. We've compiled all of them. And on this Valentine's Day, we'll tell you if you're going to love where the Browns are.
Plus, it is the NBA's All-Star Weekend, and some Cavs have a chance to take home some hardware in that regard, too. We'll tell you who has the best chance to win what. But we start today with some Cavaliers Midseason Superlative Awards. G, Dustin, Jason, in your opinion, through the first 54 games of the season, what has been the Cavaliers' moment of the year thus far? G, start us off.
For me, the moment that I really love the most has been the DeAndre Hunter trade. There's been a lot of great stuff that happened on the court so far. The Cavs got off to a great start, historic start. And they're number one going into the All-Star break in the Eastern Conference. They've had some great shots. They've had some great games against the Celtics and the Oklahoma City Thunder. But for me, for them going out, and even though you have the best record, getting a guy like DeAndre Hunter, who is still going to be a 6'8" guy that's going to be able to lock down defenders and lock down guys offensively, can still hit shots, can still hit jumpers, still create for himself. I think Andre Hunter, to me, is the most excited I've been, because the Cavs got, even though they were great, Jason, they got a little bit better, even with DeAndre Hunter at the trade deadline.
Yeah, they did, but I'll go back for a moment of the year. I'm going to go back even earlier in the season. The night that they played Golden State at home, to me, was the night that I stamped them as, okay, this is real. Obviously, we got off the 15-0 start. That win over the Warriors was part of it. And when they absolutely cooked Golden State, playing the way that Golden State beat teams for years, won championships for years, and Draymond Green after the game saying Evan Mobley plays the way that he plays in their system, except Evan is 7 feet tall. And Draymond said he told Steph toward the end of the game, man, they're killing us doing exactly what we did to teams. It's the drive kick pass or the drive kick swing, and how much more difficult the Cavs were to guard this year as compared to last year. Watching them do that to the Warriors, having Draymond stamp them afterwards, that to me was the moment of the year when I thought, this is real. Everything that we see is real, and this team really is as good as their record says they are, and that's been proven to be true.
I kind of go along the lines of what your take was, but I go back even a little bit further because it's the 15-0 start. Yeah. That's the moment I felt watching this team, they were going to win, guys, every single night. Yeah. And I still feel that way. I'm honestly, genuinely surprised when they lose a game. Whether I'm watching a game where they're trailing, it doesn't matter. I don't know. It's hard to say. I just think that they're going to win every game that they go into. I used to watch the NBA and be like, yeah, they're on a back-to-back. Mm-hmm. This is kind of a game looking ahead. The All-Star break's coming. Schedule losses here. And not with this team. Yeah. Not with this team at all.
Every single night, you turn on the TV, and especially, even come down to the All-Star break, you look at it and you're like, all right, you got a couple games. Maybe they slip a little bit. Maybe they mess with the lineup, and maybe Hunter doesn't get acclimated. But every single night you turn the TV on, and it's waves that come at you. Maybe it's Garland. Maybe it's Donovan Mitchell who puts on the show in the fourth quarter. Maybe Evan Mobley is aggressive during the first 3 or 4 quarters. Maybe Jared Allen is a monster on the boards. They find a different way to beat you every single day, McNuggets. And I just think that's the most impressive thing about the Cavaliers so far.
Those are all great moments, and I can't disagree with any of those except for the fact that you're all wrong, because the best moment of the year was that January 8th home game against Oklahoma City. It was 122 to 124 when this happened. Mobley dribbles left, crosses back over on Hartenstein, finishes through traffic. That moment was the encapsulation of the arrival of the Cleveland Cavaliers, cementing the win over Oklahoma City, giving them the best win in the regular season of the year. And for Mobley specifically to attack Hartenstein off the dribble in that situation, given the circumstances, the opponent, and all the above of a national audience, to me, that moment ended any doubt about this Cavaliers team's validity as true championship contenders and Mobley's ascension to being not just a really good player with a lot of promise, but being a relatively dominant force on a night-in, night-out basis against the best defense.
Man, he just shut us down. The producer with video support.
I was just going to that.
But the problem with that is it was 2 months into the season. It took you 2 months to figure out this thing's legit.
Jason, he had a montage. He was like,
watch this.
Look at the Euro step. He was
with the left, with the right. I know video support.
My take would have been good too if I had some video.
You could have showed any of the Warriors highlights, and it would have been the same.
You know what's funny? I sent this rundown out at 7 o'clock last night, and no one sent me. Hey,
you didn't ask. You didn't ask for a take?
That's on you guys. All right, let's get to our second award, though. The Cavaliers, if you guys have mentioned, off to an incredible start, 44-10, tied for the best record in basketball. Dustin, we'll start with you on this one. What has been the X factor, the number one X factor for the Cavaliers' incredible start this season?
Boy, that's such a tough question. I would say the X factor to me, there's two. It's between it's between Kenny and Evan Mobley. As to who the X factor would be. It's like the chicken or the egg. Like, who made who better? Did did Kenny help Evan Mobley turn into this player that we've seen this season? Or I don't know. I'm going to say Evan Mobley, though, because it's the Jimmy and Joes on the court that's getting it done. And this dude is balling. His perimeter game has gotten better. His confidence is the biggest thing to me that has improved the most. He knows that he's the best player on the court, and he takes advantage of it. He's taking people off the dribble. He's saying, give me the rock in big-time moments, and that's what you want from a big-time player.
I agree with you on Evan as being the number one X factor, the growth of him. Mike and I said it all last year, for this team to reach the levels that we think it's capable of, he has to be the guy. And we talked on the YouTube show about the rankings, the Ringer rankings. I think next year Evan could be higher than Donovan on that list.
Agreed.
But to change, just to give you a switch up and a different answer, I'll say another really important X factor has been the emergence of Ty Jerome on this team. Because Ty, if you look, player efficiency rating, it's the NBA's way of boiling everything down to one number. And it's scoring, it's passing, rebounding, all that stuff, minutes. And Ty Jerome's PER, player efficiency rating, is basically the same as Donovan Mitchell's, which is unbelievable when you think about it. Donovan's making $35 million a year. Ty Jerome's making $2.5 million. So the value per dollar that they're getting out of Ty Jerome, it makes him one of the most valuable players in the league this year, maybe the most valuable player in the league. So, and nobody saw that coming. Like, nobody saw this emergence of Ty as this player that you have to have coming with a team with obviously the big four, the core four that they have. And his emergence, I believe, is part of the reason that they were able to move off of Karis LeVert and make the trade for DeAndre Hunter, because Jerome can consume those minutes and give you that type of production. So I think Evan Mobley is the number one X factor, but give me Ty Jerome as well.
Listen, we danced all around the other parts of the core four. Let's get to Darius Garland. I was rough on him last year. Darius Garland was a no-show for most of last year. Go back and look at that Celtics series. He was much maligned when it comes to what he was able to do. Donovan Mitchell was out. Jared Allen was out. Evan Mobley showed up in that series. We did not have Darius Garland. When you go back and look at it, we just talked about this on the YouTube show. Matter of fact, if you haven't, go back and check that out. And we talked about what he was in his ranking prior to the season with the Ringer. Ringer comes out, at a mid-season poll, and Darius Garland has moved up 20-some-odd points. He was in the 50s in terms of the top 100. He has now moved into the 20s, and you take a look at the way he's played. He's been more efficient. He's playing with much more energy. He's playing with a little bit of swag. He hit the half-court shot against the Detroit Pistons, and he's been hitting that floater, been getting in the key. His assists are up. I'm going to tell you what, man. Darius Garland, to me, is the X factor. If they want to go far and make it to the finals, you're going to have to look at Darius Garland. And if you show me he balled out, I think the Cavs got a great opportunity, McNuggets, to get to the finals.
Yeah, my first answer was Evan Mobley. My second answer was Ty Jerome. My third answer was Darius Garland. So you guys nailed all three. I'll just go with another one. I don't have any video support for this. But
Good.
How about the fact that they're the best shooting team in the last 5 years in NBA history, or last 5 years of recent NBA history? Their three-point percentage just shy as a team of 40%, which is unheard of. The last time a team did that was the 2021 season. They have 7 different guys shooting over 40% from three and 3 other guys between 36% and 39%. Everyone they put on the court is making threes at an unbelievable clip. And when you shoot that well, everything else kind of falls into place. It opens up the lanes for more drives. It opens up the posts for opportunities for Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. It opens up a little bit of slippage defensively because you're simply outscoring teams. If you guys had told me before the season this Cavaliers team on paper was going to be a historically good shooting team from three, I would have said, yeah, not going to happen, especially with Sam Merrill being at the bottom of the rankings on the team in three-point percentage. To me, that's been the X factor, the fact they simply cannot seem to miss from three.
Shooting basketball, they call it what they always say. It's a make or miss league. And I'm going to tell you what, when you make it at the clip that the Cavs are making it makes it very hard for teams to beat you, Dustin.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. The shooting has been amazing. But on top of that, like a lot of times you'll see teams that are just going up and down the court, they play bad defense. The Cavaliers have found a way to do both.
Yeah.
So not only are they scoring 1 million points a game, like it's 125 plus points a night, it feels like, they're also shutting teams down. They're winning by 30 points on any given night against anybody. It's just amazing that they've been able to do this. And the question I have is, can they continue it in the postseason?
Hey, you thought we was going to talk about all good things the first half of the show? Well, we got to get to the bad stuff. 2025 power rankings for the Cleveland Browns. I don't know if they're going to be too high. We'll come back and tell you where we have the Cleveland Browns in the 2025 power rankings right here on the UCSS. Welcome back to the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. McNuggets, let's get to some 2025 power rankings.
Yeah, you alluded to it before the break, G, that we started with some great news. We're going to get to some less impressive news, but all of the 2025 way too early preseason power rankings are out, and the Browns, well, they have a 7 differential range from the highest to the lowest, but even the highest isn't that high. I took 5 different power rankings from across the interweb, including NFL.com, which ranks the Browns at 32. And you can take this whenever you want, my friend. ESPN, USA Today, and Bleacher Report at number 30. Fox had them the highest at number 25. G, any issue with the Browns being ranked in the bottom 25% of the league to start the season? And what about Fox at 25? Why do you think they are higher on the Browns than the other 4 outlets?
I already told you, you're not going to get me this year. No. You're not going to have me mad at power rankings, player rankings, nothing. They could have put the Browns 36th if they wanted to. They could have put Ohio State Buckeyes over the Cleveland Browns if they wanted to, and I wasn't going to say nothing. They are exactly where they should be, and Fox blatantly, frankly, is way too high. 25? You telling me there's 5-6 teams like that are worse than the Browns? Browns have no quarterback. Browns have the number 2 overall pick and still don't know what to do with it. The Browns are a cat purgatory. Their banking accounts look worse than mine. The way my checking and savings is set up, thank God for Huntington overdraft. You know what? But the way this thing is going, oh, no. They low. They don't know what they want to do. They don't know got the infrastructure. Jason, I don't see how you could be ranked higher than 30 in this poll.
No, I agree with you. You got to have a quarterback, and the 3 teams at the top of the draft. There's a reason they're at the top of the draft. They don't have a quarterback. The Titans, I don't think have one. We know the Giants and Browns don't have one. And until you solve that, you're going to be 32, 31, 30, 29. I don't know where Fox is coming from at 25. I'd like to see the 7 they have.
I was going to say who's like
the
who are they better than?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I would put them 32, but I'm not going to split hairs with them. Like,
who would you put 32?
I was just thinking about that.
The Patriots at least got Drake May.
Patriots have quarterback. Yeah, maybe I would put them 32 because maybe the Giants, but.
Would you like to know the teams that Fox had
ahead
below the Browns?
That'd be great.
So Fox's 2025 power rankings, 32 they had the Giants.
There you go.
31 the Raiders, 30 the Jets, 29 the Titans, 28 the Colts, 27 the Saints, 26 the Cowboys, and then 25 the Browns.
There's no way they're better. There's no way they're better than the Saints, the Cowboys, and the other team you just mentioned.
The Cowboys just beat the brakes off the Browns. How could you put them below?
And the Giants have Malik Neighbors, and they're probably going to get another top pick this year.
And their coaches, I think their coach is really good. So, or a really good offensive mind.
Love Dable. I can't put them ahead of none of them.
No
teams.
chance.
No
chance.
No. I mean, at best 28, 29 at best.
So, the best hope they have is
drafting the next Jaden Daniels.
Luck up and draft a quarterback. Just it might not work out this year, and if it don't work out this year with the quarterback, I'm like Dustin. Run it back the next year.
Right back. 100%.
All right, guys. Our next topic today is something G is very passionate about. According to Uniform Tracker, which
I'm passionate about this too, partner.
Yes.
Of keeping up to date with the most recent uniform updates, the Browns and the Steelers are reportedly going to add a new third alternate helmet next season. So 2 AFC North teams. We can forget about the Steelers for the sake of this discussion. But Dustin, let's start with you.
Sure.
If the Browns are going to add a new alternate helmet for the upcoming season, what would you like that helmet to look like?
Well, I mean, are we assuming that the throwback white helmet, is that out of the mix? Or is that still in the mix?
I think
I believe that's the second
That's
helmet.
2.
That's
number
okay, so they get to add a third. I mean, I'm a big proponent. I loved you remember when the Thursday night game, the Browns wore the all brown and they unlocked the Bud Light fridges and stuff, and Baker did the walk thing and scored a touchdown on the Philly special. So those uniforms, I love the color rush, but I'd give me a matte brown helmet.
You stole my answer.
Yep.
Yeah. I was
Really?
going to say a deep brown.
Yeah.
Actually, I was going to say win. How about that? Win. I don't care what you put on your head if you win. But when teams don't win, they have to come up with shiny objects like, hey, look at our uniforms. Look at our new uniforms. That's the only way you can keep fan interest engaged is because you can't win on the field. So you do things like change your uniforms every 3 or 4 years. But since we have to talk about it, I would say a deep brown. Not really black, but sort of trending that way.
Yeah.
With that, I agree.
All dark.
I thought those uniforms were the best uniforms that they've come out
so
with.
good.
I hate the orange.
I still have the Baker. I bought that jersey, the color rush one.
Did you really?
It's an awesome jersey.
Yeah.
That's the best.
I'm so sick of orange. I think it's gross. I think the Browns uniforms in general are terrible. I would love to see a complete overhaul of the color scheme, but I know that
bowling green, dude.
Now I probably need Secret Service protection to get home after saying that. But I think the uniforms are gross.
Yeah, it's hard to find something fly in a brown and orange. The best thing they had was the color rushes, but if we going back to the helmets, I'm going to take a page out of the Chip Kelly playbook. Give me the orange metallic. Give me an orange metallic type helmet. I mean, the shiny helmet.
Like full Oregon Ducks?
Yeah, full Oregon. Give it to me. I want the orange, but I want the silver chrome face mask. Now, if you really want to get cute and creative, here's what you do.
We're going like Western Kentucky chrome face mask?
Yeah, one of them chrome.
Or Louisville has it too.
Louisville has it. You get the shiny helmets. Now you can tone down the rest of them a little bit. But my ultimate goal is the third alternate color for the Cleveland Browns. Give me the gunmetal gray. Give me a gunmetal
popular
gray.
today.
Essentially, you do the gray and orange. You sort of cut the brown out of it.
It cuts the brown. It sleeks it up a little bit. It's aerodynamic. You sell a bunch of them jerseys. I've seen it before. One of my favorite hoodies is a gunmetal gray Browns hoodie with the Browns across with the orange in the back letter set. Listen, trust me, Haslam's. Go ahead and holler at your boy. I'm the only dude they let wear hats on television. I know something about this. Holler at me and we'll get you together. I like them grays.
What if we went kind of like full North Canton Hoover and went with black jerseys, orange numbers, and a black matte helmet with an orange stripe, orange white?
You know, Jason, the historian, will tell you because they have a cold civil war with the Cincinnati Bengals. And so the Bengals.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so the Bengals and Paul, they're like, no. But I will tell you.
Too much Bengals. But the helmets would be black, though.
I would. That's why I started with the gray, because I knew they would never go black.
Yeah.
They would never do it. Like, so to me,
Bengals,
if you guys want to do it up right, bring back them color rush jerseys, because I thought those were the best looking ones that you had. I'm not a fan of the orange pants. I mean,
I do not like the orange pants.
No,
I
they're
don't.
hideous.
yeah, I don't know. We can't do that, McNuggets. We can't do it. I'm sorry, man.
All right, G, it's time to go to break. When we come back, we're talking about the All-Star game and tell us.
He's a pro, man.
All right, listen,
toss
it back to me.
Do it all first.
All-Star break. We're going to talk about Mobley. We're going to talk about Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. What do you expect from them? They're going to be in some shootout challenges and three-point contests. What to expect for the Cleveland Cavaliers here on NBA All-Star Weekend, right here on UCSS. Welcome back to the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. McNuggets All-Star Weekend is upon us, is it not?
It is, and it's a new format. Instead of a traditional All-Star game, they are having 3 teams of 8 players playing a round-robin tournament. It's a whole wonky thing, but we're not focusing on the wonkiness of the All-Star Weekend. We're going to focus on the Cavs in the All-Star Weekend, what events they're in, and who has the best chance to win. Darius Garland on Saturday, will compete in the three-point contest. On Friday, it's the Rising Stars Challenge. Mitchell and Mobley are in the Skills Challenge on Saturday as well. On Sunday, the All-Star Game takes place, or whatever iteration they're calling it now, of the All-Star Game. Just for everyone's knowledge, the odds on FanDuel to win the three-point contest, Garland has the third best odds at plus 500, just shy of Buddy Hield at plus 460. Damian Lillard's the favorite at plus 300, with Norm Powell, Cam Johnson, Tyler Hero, Jalen Brunson, and Cade Cunningham behind Darius Garland. So, G, in your opinion, does DG have a chance to take home some hardware in the three-point shootout?
Yeah, I like his chances. You hear the list of the entrants, and I got Tyler Hero coming in like 2. I would keep Darius Garland at 3, and I think Damian Lillard would be the favorite. Dame has been shooting 7-8 threes before the analytics was telling you you should shoot 7-8 threes, Jason. So I got him. But Darius Garland, he puts a lot of arc on the rock. So I think he can, be make or miss sometimes. But I think he has a solid chance.
Respect to Dame for still doing it.
Yeah.
Because he's by far the oldest, the veteran. No, none of the players do the dunk contest anymore. We know what a disaster that is. Three-point shootout for the most part is a bunch of younger guys. He's the one experienced veteran who's had a ton of success in this league who is still doing it. So respect to him. But, yeah, of course Darius can win it. Darius having a great year. All I got to do is get hot, man, hit some of those money balls, and that's really the key to this thing. But, yeah, I fully expect Darius to perform well in this.
Yeah, I have no doubt that he'll perform well. He's still young enough and he's so talented. Like, he's still into it. Like, I'm surprised Dame is still doing it. Some of these veteran guys don't need to be in these competitions anymore. Mikey, you before we came back from break, I'm not trying to get on this, but this whole new format is upsetting me.
Yes.
It's upsetting me.
It's absurd.
I don't even know.
Because I didn't know this change until last night, and I thought it was something different. Because this is my favorite All-Star game of all the sports. I watch it. You know why? Because it's fun. It's open gym. And now I don't get that anymore. You're stealing my joy. They stole my joy when they went from east to west to LeBron versus Durant or whatever.
They keep trying to.
Then you want to have a midseason tournament. Can you get out of your own way, Mr. Adam Silver?
They're spraying cologne on a corpse, and they're trying to just prop up a dead body.
I like that one.
Yeah. That is All-Star Weekend, because no matter how many times they try, the players don't take it seriously. They just don't. That's why they don't compete in the dunk contest. That's why Dame's the only veteran that competes in three-point. Guys pull out. If it's in cold cities, they don't even go. They come up with hamstring injuries and headaches, and they don't take the game seriously either. All-Star Weekend in the NBA used to be the best of all of the sports, and now it's just a travesty.
What helped kill it was the fact that LeBron didn't do the dunk contest and Zion Williamson didn't. You were supposed to hold the mantle. It went from Kobe.
If those guys would have done it, all the young players would have continued to follow. Guaranteed. It'd have been like wearing a badge of honor to be in the competition. Yes,
we went from Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins to this.
Yeah. Bro, I watched last night, NBA TV was airing old dunk contests.
Yeah.
I remember watching all those.
And they were straight-faced.
Fire,
they was really going at it. They wasn't like now the last
like bringing their uncle out of the stands to jump over. I mean, this was like real hardcore dunks, dude. Doing some nasty stuff that we hadn't seen before.
The last great one was Levine and Aaron Gordon.
That was a good one.
That was a great one.
Yeah. Well, Mac McClung's super incredible, but he doesn't play.
Yeah, you have to. The cachet matters. The name brand recognition matters.
At least D Brown played a little bit.
Yeah, Cedric Ceballos played a little bit.
A little bit. I mean,
Mac McClung can play. I've known Mac since he was 15 years old. My first TV job was in Southwest Virginia, where he grew up. So
no, I know he can play. He just hasn't played.
And as long as he's dunking, I will be watching. But for the most part, you guys are right. Andre Jackson Jr., Metalis, Bazelis, Von Castle are the other 3 contestants.
You can be making those names up.
It's 2 rookies, and Andre Jackson Jr. is most known for his role on UConn's championship team 2 years ago than what he's doing in the NBA now.
Yeah, Minimoski. Have fun with the All-Star weekend. Maybe we'll watch the celebrity game, see if any of those guys can play. Maybe you'll see a dunk or 2. But for me, not happening. This is going to be an All-Star weekend that's much forgettable. But we will not be forgettable. We'll see you same place, same time next Friday. And make sure you check out the show during the week, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. every single day, UCSS.